So guys, here I am explaining with the module 5 understanding the computer forensic. So what do you mean by, first thing, what do you mean by forensic, computer forensics, why it is important? Okay, so what are the forensic process consists of? In this video we'll study about it. So now understanding about the computer forensic is nothing but the digital forensics. So it is a branch of a forensic science where we are focusing on identifying, preserving, recovering, analyzing and presenting the evidence which found on the digital devices. So for example, whatever we are, if suppose there is some case like data breach, they complain against the data got stolen from this. So what we will do, we'll take the victim device first, we will identify it. So whatever the things that we have identified it, we first then will preserve it. Okay, so we'll not revealing to anybody else. So what we are preserving it. So after once we have whatever the information that we preserved, from that information we again recover the things whatever went wrong. So we will recover it. After recovering it, we will analyze it. After analyzing, we will come to know what were the vulnerabilities which were present in the system and what the user had made a mistake. Then after analyzing that, we will be presenting the evidence found on the digital devices. So in technically we should talk about the computer forensics means it is an systematic examination of a computer system and the digital media to uncover the facts and opinions that can be used in legal proceedings or internal investigations. So that is the components of the computer forensics is when you are writing an explanation, your explanation should contain these components: identification, preserving, recovery, analysis and the presentation. Okay, so now why forensic is important to you? So where in which are all the field that you can apply your computer forensics? So one is with a crime investigation, legal proceedings, internal investigations and the data recovery. What do you mean by crime investigation? In crime investigation, which plays a very crucial roles in investigating the cyber crimes like hacking, data breaches, fraud and identity theft. So these are all will happen only onto your computer. So in order to check if suppose your computer got hanged or it's got locked, you don't know what happened, but you know only the hacking got happened to your system. So here the computer forensics come into play in a picture. Okay, so next you have a legal proceeding. Legal proceeding is nothing but digital evidence that are using present in front of the court to support or refute the allegations in both the criminal and the civil cases. Internal investigations like organization uses the computer forensics to investigate the employee misconduct, the intellectual property theft, or it can be any internal issue. For example, a business plans. Maybe one employee shared his business plan to some other competitor of the company. So if the company comes to know that what he does is they will make use of the computer forensics to do the investigation about it. Next, we have a data recovery. Forensic techniques sometimes to be used to recover the lost or deleted data from the damaged or corrupted storage devices, like it can be an hard disk or hard drives. It can be a computer system. Okay. So next, what are the computer forensic processes? Typical forensic process already told you: identification, preservation, collection, examination, analyzation, and generating the reports. Identification is locating and identifying all the relevant digital devices and the data sources. Preservation means you are creating a forensically sound copy of the data to ensure its integrity. Integrity means after taking the data, nobody should have an hands on it or should not encrypt, so should not change or manipulate the data. So that is nothing but integrity and prevent the it's an alteration. Collection means gathering the evidence from the digital devices using an appropriate tool and techniques. Okay. Next, examining. So whatever the information that you have collected it, you have to analyze the data and extract the relevant information as a potential evidence. Analysis, interpreting the findings and drawing the conclusion based on the evidence what you have got and analyzed it. So reporting is documenting the entire process, what and all you have done, what was the first step, what is the second step that you have taken, what makes you to get into this conclusion. So all these things that we have to write it in the reporting part. So the picture. So in forensic you have a principles. One is an integrity. Whatever the information that you have gained, it should not get manipulated. Chain of custody. You are maintaining a detailed record of everyone who handles the evidence to ensure its admissibility in the court. Admissibility means following proper procedure to ensure that evidence is legally admissible in the court. Next, what are the common uses of the computer forensics? Investigating where and all, well, application we can say. So it is under the investigating the cybercrime, intellectual property theft, fraud identifications, investigations, data breach investigations, employee misconduct investigations, civil litigations, and data recovery. So these are all the fields where you can computer forensics can be utilized. So this will give an application. See, investigating the cybercrime, analyzing and solving the online criminal activities. Intellectual property theft means you are protecting and recovering the stolen digital assets. Fraud investigation means uncovering, approving the financial deceit. Data breach investigation means examining and mitigating the data leaks. Employee misconduct investigation means evaluating and resolving the workplace issue. Means if some employee sharing your confidential information to some other company, that is employee misconduct investigation. Next, we have a civil litigation means supporting the legal cases with the digital evidence. Suppose if some properties belongs to you, but some other person come and put a case on you saying that this properties belongs to me. So for that you are maintaining the digital evidence and all the copy of original documents that you are keeping it in a digital evidence. So that is a civil litigation. So this is about introduction about the understanding of the computer forensics. Hope you understood the introduction. We'll just move on to the next topic in the next section about the historical background of the computer forensic. Thank you.